So, hello and welcome to the video Dog Training Basics, Older Dogs on the Dog List channel. Here we're going to cover the list of skills you can teach an older dog. Before I do, it would be great if you could hit the like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be informed of any of the new videos as and when they come on stream. So, you may be asking, can you teach an old dog new tricks if they already know most of their core skills? Well, like us as human beings, a dog will be a lot healthier and happier if they remain mentally and physically active in their senior years. Training an older dog can help in this regard. Also, another unintended consequence of your training sessions with an older dog is to build up the owner-dog bond. That's a very special thing to have, and you always need to keep working at it. You could also get the family involved in the training as well, because it will help cement the bond with these other family members as well. When training older dogs though, please bear in mind there are some adjustments you will have to make. There may be changes in memory, there may be sleeping changes, maybe sleeping a bit longer, and thus with these changes it may be necessary to take more time with the training. Like myself these days, the bones are getting slower and the walk is slower, but dogs are no different from human beings. For example, as I say, they may move a bit slower or take more time to lie down and stand up because of stiff joints. So remember, patience is the key word. Older dogs, just like older humans, may not see or hear as well as they did in their younger years. Verbal cues with the training may be more effective as the hearing may be compromised. You may need to be louder and use more hand signals. Train your older dog in short steps as well. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Keep everything positive. No high bar training. Discover what motivates your dog as well and use this in the training. For example, if they love dog food, then maybe get them some healthy treats. Training your older dog will also keep them at a healthy weight and keep them positive. Like anything else in life, dogs or humans need purpose. Adult dogs might pick up a few bad habits that take some time to train away. Your first step in training an older dog might actually involve, ironically enough, untraining them. Some habits you might have to untrain could include chewing magazines, chewing old shoes, or even barking at the front door. With older dogs, these bad habits might stem from how they were raised at a previous home. If you adopted a rescue pet that didn't have many boundaries at his former residence, you might need to help him learn those boundaries do exist in your home. The key is to redirect his behavior to more positive action. Maybe teach him fetch a magazine rather than chew it. Teach him to lie on his bed when a guest visits. If you can give him an alternative activity that he enjoys, then you'll have an easier time breaking a bad habit. Or even teach him shake his paw with a treat. You might also need to use a crate when house training an older dog, just like you would with a puppy. You'll have the most success with your older dog if you start with tricks that are easy to learn. Use these simple commands to build the dog's confidence, then build on to more complex commands. One of the easiest commands to start with is teaching place using a pet cot. Once learned, it's great help in unteaching bad habits, like barking when the doorbell rings. Instead of barking, the dog can learn to go to their crate place and not get so worked up. If your dog is too old to jump on a cot or for place, you can use a bed that's close to the ground, like one of these ortho bolster sleepers. Teaching place is a simple step-by-step process. First, gesture to the cot and praise your dog when the dog gets on it. Then say free and invite the dog to leave. Once the dog is consistently getting on the cot after seeing your gesture, begin saying place before you gesture. Each time the dog gets on the cot, give the dog a treat and say free and encourage the dog to leave. Over time, shrink the gesture until the dog is getting on the cot simply by hearing you say place. With repetition, the dog will respond to place and free without gestures almost instinctively. After that, you can teach the dog place himself based on specific sounds like the doorbell. First ring the doorbell, say place and give a treat to the dog when the dog gets on the cot. With repetition, the dog will eventually learn to go for the cot by habit whenever they hear the doorbell. For example, teach shake paw, your dog will need to sit, so make sure he knows that command. Next, show your dog a treat, then put it in your closed fist. Hold out your closed fist, palm up. Your dog will likely paw at first at the fist. Open your hand when he paws at it and give the dog a treat while praising him. After he has mastered this, follow these steps without putting a treat in your fist. You'll still give him a treat, only you'll have it in your other hand or pocket. After he masters this, start saying shake as you present your hand. Then you can progress to shaking his paw when you say shake. This trick is ideal because it's easy to learn and doesn't require an older dog to move around too much. Teach more complicated tricks after you have the simple commands sorted out. After the dog has mastered the basics, you can try a new set of slightly more difficult commands. Consider tricks like high five, speak and kiss. If your dog doesn't have a hip issues, then tricks like crawl or roll over could also be good. If you not get very far, it might just be that you're using the wrong techniques. Remember, be patient and positive with your older dog. You may be in training mindset, but not everything you do with your dog should be a lesson. Put aside some time to snuggle together. It's important to have some bonding time when there aren't lots of expectations and your old playmate can just be him or herself.